Well, they're excited because Eric Reed's one of the most popular young wrestlers in the sport. We've seen him here. He started out in the IWA. He's back. He's looking bigger, looking stronger. And there is the International Junior Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, straight off the tour of Japan, Lionheart, Chris Jericho. And Joe, this is going to be one hell of a match.
You got it, Jericho making his way into the ring. You mentioned the accolades there in the title around his waist, 224 pounds from Los Angeles, California. Hails just under 6 feet, and his opponent, no slouch here, the Iceman from the Yukon, 240 pounds, stands in at about 6'2" tall, and we are in for a battle. Your referee, Joe Farino. And what more could I say? Let's get going.
Well, Joe, this is the epitome of what the IWA is all about. Listen to them chanting for Jericho. You've got part of the crowd chanting for Freeze. This is just like in Japan. You just got two great athletes in there going head-to-head. You see Chris Jericho taking off that International Junior Heavyweight Championship belt. He won that for the War promotion in Japan, which is owned by Jinshiro Tenryu, one of the greatest athletes in the history of Japan. He won that belt from Jito, one of the greatest Japanese junior heavyweights. And there you see Jericho doing his thing. Chris Jericho, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Still rocking and rolling, Joe.
I'll tell you what, he loves it when these fans get behind him. The Freeze has a pretty good, strong contingent of fans here as well. We're in for a good battle. The Iceman and the Lionheart doing battle this week. The IWA International Wrestling Alliance. You're not going to see any cartoon characters here. You're going to see some high-flying, rock'em sock'em wrestling action.
Well, both these guys are kind of high-flying wrestlers. Chris Jericho recently rated the #7 junior heavyweight competitor in Japan, and that's with the likes of Chris Benoit, Shinjiro Ikari, Eddie Guerrero, and a lot of great athletes. So Jericho is really coming a long way, and really Freeze is coming into his own. He's going to learn a big lesson in professional wrestling here from Chris Jericho, and I think we're going to have one heck of a match.
You're right. Might remember a couple of years back, Chris Jericho making his debut here in the area with none other than Lance Storm. They were known as the Thrill Seekers, and had a great future as a tag team. What happened?
One heck of a tag team, and you know they decided to go. Lance Storm spent some time in Europe. Jericho was dominating the competition in Mexico, and really I think Chris Jericho, I gotta give the guy some respect. I've had my problems with him in the past, but I tell you, he just wanted to do his own thing, and that's exactly what he's doing. So the tag team is no more great tag team, but they're both great singles wrestlers, and that's a hell of an escape from Lance Freeze.
You got it, and we are off and running. What acrobatics already off the ropes now. He might have them. Small package. 2-count reversal by Freeze with a handful of tights off the rope. And a nice arm drag takedown there. Jericho and Freeze doing battle. Oh, both of them.
For the drop kick, Joe. Both winning right back up. Boy, these are two great athletes we're seeing here. I hope I don't have to defend my title against either of these men soon.
Holy moly. The way these two men jump back up on their feet, they are raring to go. And now the Freeze taking a page out of the Lionheart's book. And I'll tell you what, I can't believe all the excitement already.
I tell you what, it's one of those pick-em matches, you know. It's like the over-under in football when you just don't know who to bet on. I can't even call this. These guys are very evenly matched. And Freeze is surprising me to stay with Jericho at this point in the match.
Can't believe that they say it gets that cold in the Yukon with this hot kid known as the Iceman wrestling up from there, now making his, well, I guess, debut here in the IWA, the International Wrestling Alliance, with Lionheart, Chris Jericho. Nice reversal there by Freeze. And these two men sizing each other up, but nice and quickly. And right back to work now, Jericho.
Okay, Jericho's got a cross face. It's almost a version of a choke sleeper, which is legal in the IWA. We'll get to that later. Some of the new moves that have been approved by the championship committee and by the board of directors. But you see now, Freeze has reversed that thing, Joe, into a chicken wing, and he's dropping the knee because Chris Jericho, the arms are really the strong point of Jericho. I don't know if I've been going. I think I might be going for the leg.
I'll tell you right now, Jericho looking a little bigger, fatter, even better. Nice side kick there.
Oh, my God.
Those have to be some of those moves he learned in Japan. A couple of nice side kicks there.
Joe, those side kicks, those kicks that he did, those stiff kicks were made famous by Toshiaki Kawada. Oh, my God. Oh, did he lay that kick in? As I said, made famous by Toshiaki Kawada.
What was his name?
Toshiaki Kawada.
Almost sounds like the name some guy would be, or the words a guy'd be yelling out after taking one of those kicks.
Oh, my God, Joe. I mean, he just looked like he just put the spine right through his belly.
That solid left arm of Jericho's wrapped nice and tightly under the chin there of the Iceman. One fall, 20-minute time limit. Action like you've never seen in the world of professional wrestling. This is wrestling of the 90s. It's the IWA shoulder block takedown there. Freeze now holding up. What happened there?
Jericho hit his head on the mat when he went down. Well, Freeze was anticipating Jericho was going to get up. Jericho hit his head and stay down, so Freeze had to alter his movement. Now he's got Jericho at a distinct disadvantage. And beautiful clothesline. My God, Chris Jericho could lose this match right here.
Yes,
but he did not grapevine the leg in time. If you're going to get Jericho, you got to wrap him up.
Working over that arm now. Trying to grab a bit of a breather, maybe the Iceman. The action fast and furious this week. Sizing him up with that arm bar. Jericho now trying to get back on his feet. We mentioned it. 1 fall, 20-minute time limit. If you're just joining us, Irish whip. Oh, a kick. That would have been good for 3 points in any Canadian Football League matchup. Going to work on that leg now. Sizing him up.
He certainly kicks harder than Troy Westwood is kicking these days.
Westwood, one of the best in the league. Keep your mind on wrestling. Since when were you ever a football aficionado? Probably been kicked out of a couple of games.
Do you want to make more money?
Sometimes the man is unable to see.
Whoa! Talking about speaking.
Oh, he won't be speaking for a long time. He slapped his ass with those chops. Beautiful move, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm just getting so excited. I cannot believe.
Oh, comes
the
back.
elbow.
Came back with a good one. The Iceman and the Lionheart. Fast and furious action. 1 fall, 20-minute time limit. And I can't believe that these two young men have gone this hard and this far with the time limit like that. Unbelievable action. Picking him up. Slams him down now. Freeze.
I tell you what, no one's watering any horses in this match. And what is Freeze doing? You know, the crowd is really behind Freeze, but he's got to not be such an idiot and look out at the crowd because this is not what you want to do. Look out for Jericho! My God! My God! Face flying drop kick right out of the Japanese book. He nailed him with that thing and Freeze hit his head. And I got to say, Joe, Eric Freeze not showing a lot of intelligence there. Looking out to the stupid peons in the crowd. Look at all those hillbillies in the front row there. He paid attention to the hillbillies, and he paid for it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you don't see any padding around the ring here.
Oh,
beautiful plancha! Unbelievable! The Lionheart, Chris Jericho.
Look at Jericho on it. Did you see the look of disdain he gave those hillbillies in the front row? You know, hey, maybe I was a little bit wrong about Jericho.
I'll be surprised. I can't believe that the Iceman is getting up. Eric Freeze. The recovery time of both these young men in this match has been unbelievable. Set him up here now. A suplex coming, maybe. Trying to get him up to the referee now in the middle of things. He's got him up high. The blood rushes to the head. And that one lands for Jericho.
It's done like dinner. I'm noticing something in this match. The crowd is really not behind Jericho. You just gave Freeze that beautiful move. He looked out to the crowd, and the crowd was non-responsive. Look at the big guy. Oh! The God right on the pretty much of Chris Jericho.
I think he underestimated the recovery time. We were talking about it. The Iceman getting the legs up right under the chin. That could have knocked out Jericho.
Eric Freeze is showing me something. He has improved about 300% from the last time we saw him.
Reversal coming now. Jericho and the Freeze moving out of the way. Where's he going? Up top now.
Could have an Arabian face buster coming, Joe. This is a favorite move.
Oh,
Dr. Luther. We've seen Dr. Luther use that in the past, and this could be all. Jericho looks to be knocked out, but he kicked out.
It would be all over for any regular superstar. Not a man made like the Lionheart. Chris Jericho showing a lot of courage. The Lionheart, pick him up.
Oh, he caught the leg. And now the tables are turned because Eric Freeze is in a whole lot of trouble. He's got nowhere to go. He can turn this into a Boston crab, or he can slingshot him. But Freeze loses footing, but comes back with a beautiful cross body.
Unbelievable recovery time. It's 2.5.
Slow count, Joe. Slow count.
He could have saved Jericho there. Unbelievable. Hard to call a match like this with the action.
Fujiwara armbar, Joe. That was a Fujiwara armbar.
You could break a man's arm. This would be known as a submission hold to most.
A submission. We may see Freeze tap it. You see, Jericho does not have that elbow hyperextended, and that is not a submission hold yet. Very painful on the shoulder. But in order to hook the submission, you must hyperextend the elbow. And as you can see, the elbow is still bent. It's not a submission yet.
Nice close-up there from our camera crew here, and Freeze trying to make his way to the rope, and he did.
Smart move.
Very smart move. I'm going to have to agree with you on that. Might have saved himself a predicament there, or a loss for that matter.
Look at the physique on Jericho. I mean, he is just, whoa, my God. Jericho is just put together, man. I mean, he is looking real good. And Freeze also, look at the shoulders on Freeze. These two men are both in incredible physical condition.
Oh, he got those legs up again. He caught Jericho slowing down near the end. A beautiful drop kick there. I'll tell you what, those Jericho chops remind me a lot of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. A man that can land them. You can hear them all across the arena. Freeze now. Still got a little bit left. I can't believe it. We got to be approaching the halfway. Holy cow!
It's a screw splash. That's one of my moves, Joe. And I cannot believe Chris Jericho. You know, the screw splash that we just saw, an incredible move. Chris Jericho debuted that move in Tijuana, Mexico on a card for the EMLL Lucha Libre promotion. Diamond suplex. Count him down.
He might have only
He's out the back door. Did he get him, Joe?
Only a 2 count unless we get the signal. He did get him.
He got him with a German suplex, Joe. The referee. Devastating maneuver.
Counted to 3. Short victory there on the count, but I'll tell you what, heck of a great match.
Hey, look at the crowd. Jericho looks a bit put off with the crowd. They are not responding to him the way that he's used to. My God, well, you know, maybe Chris Jericho's not such a bad guy if the hillbillies don't like him.
What are you talking about? We'll get more than that in a couple of minutes.
He is the Lionheart, Chris Jericho, your winner tonight. Well, Chris, an impressive win, and let me be the first to congratulate you and welcome you back here into the IWA.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me tell you something, and all these fine people out here right now. I just finished a very tough match with a very good competitor, Freeze, man. And I'll tell you something, it was very, very tough, and I'm happy to come out on top. But you know what, though? I've been all around this great world. I traveled to Japan almost every month. I've been in Mexico. I've been in Germany. But my favorite place to wrestle is in Canada, especially in Manitoba. Yeah!
One last storm, and can we expect some of that, or can we expect you to chase the IWA heavyweight champion in the natural?
Well, you know something, Tony? You never know what's going to happen in the crazy sport of wrestling. I'm not currently a tag team partner with Lance Storm, but I would never say never, especially with a wrestler as good and as fine as he is. And as for the natural, as for Jerry Morrow, as for Great Gamma, all these guys have been around for a lot of years. These people have seen them. They know exactly what they can do. But I'll tell you something, those 3 guys don't know exactly what I can do. And I'm ready to challenge any single one of them at any time, right here for all their belts, because I know I can get the best of them. Yeah!
All right, there you have it, the Lionheart, Chris Jericho.